Under a sunlit sky, a field of vibrant green extends limitlessly, promising a day of endless joy. Cinderella's bright eyes sparkle as she shares laughter with her beloved mother. Her mother's loving gaze reflects a bond of pure, unadulterated affection. Their voices intertwine, carried by the gentle breeze in a symphony of familial harmony. In this moment of serene bliss, time stands still, etching a memory of perfect love. In a room bathed in gentle light, dust motes dance around the serene figure of Mother, lying frail in her bed. With a tender gesture, Mother beckons Cinderella, her frail hand reaching out in a silent plea. In a hushed tone, Mother imparts her final wisdom. "My sweet child, stay kind and good, and I will always be close to you in your heart." Her words hang in the air, a promise of eternal love and guidance echoing in the stillness of the room. Inside the solemn church, grief permeates the air as Cinderella stands by her mother's grave, a portrait of sorrow. Her father stands beside Cinderella, a comforting figure offering silent support in their shared loss. Sunlight streams through the stained glass windows, casting ethereal patterns on the mourners, yet failing to lighten Cinderella's profound sorrow. In this moment of profound grief, Cinderella's heart remains heavy, her eyes reflecting the weight of her loss. Months later, under the solemn sky, Cinderella walks toward her mother's grave. She kneels before the tombstone, her touch gentle as she tends to the flowers. Her face is etched with a quiet sorrow as she carefully removes a withered leaf. Cinderella whispers, "I will always remember your words, Mother." She lingers for a moment, a solitary figure amidst the silent stones. Sunlight floods the grand entrance hall, illuminating a moment of forced civility. Cinderella's father beams with pride as he presents his new wife. The stepmother offers a thin smile, her eyes betraying a chilling coldness. Behind her, the stepsisters fix Cinderella with open resentment, their expressions sharp. In the sun-drenched hall, unspoken tensions simmer beneath a veneer of elegance. The stepsisters' resentment casts a shadow over the hall, hinting at future conflict. In the heart of the kitchen, Cinderella kneels, her movements heavy as she scrubs the floor. Her stepsisters loom nearby, their fine dresses a stark contrast to Cinderella's rags. Their expressions twist with mockery as they observe Cinderella's endless toil. "Look at the little princess in rags," they sneer, their words sharp as knives. Cinderella continues to scrub, her head bowed as she ignores the cruel taunts of her stepsisters. In the dim kitchen, Cinderella slumbers by the hearth, soot staining her delicate features. Her threadbare dress offers scant protection against the encroaching cold, a testament to her hardship. Across the room, the stepmother observes Cinderella, her gaze a chilling blend of contempt and disdain. The stepmother's face is a mask of disdain, her eyes fixed on Cinderella. The hearth casts flickering shadows, emphasizing Cinderella's isolation. The marketplace buzzes with life, vendors shouting and townsfolk hurrying, a symphony of daily existence. Amidst the vibrant chaos, a weary father pauses, his voice cutting through the noise as he asks, "I am about to embark on a long journey. Tell me, what gifts would you have me bring back for you?" Stepsister one's eyes gleam with avarice as she demands, "I desire a gown, the finest in the land, shimmering with threads of gold." Stepsister 2, not to be outdone, her voice dripping with ambition, adds, "And I, jewels that sparkle like captured starlight, fit for a queen." The father listens, a mixture of resignation and obligation etched on his face as the sisters' demands echo in the bustling square. The marketplace fades into background as the sisters' insatiable desires hang heavy in the air. The market buzzes with life, a vibrant tapestry of sounds and colors under the sun. Amidst the flurry, the father looks at Cinderella, his eyes filled with love and a hint of worry. "What do you desire, Cinderella?" he asks, his voice gentle. "Dear father, please bring me the first twig that brushes your hat on your way home." The father nods, a promise etched in the lines of his face, ready to fulfill his daughter's simple wish. Under the sun's gaze, a father pedals along the road, his silhouette framed against the horizon. A hazel twig, nature's gentle touch, brushes against his hat, interrupting his journey. In a moment of quiet connection, he reaches up, his hand guided by instinct. His fingers close around the twig, a silent promise of treasures found along the way. The twig is now firmly in his grasp, a symbol of the simple joys life offers. With a newfound treasure in hand, the father continues his ride home, the road stretching out before him. In the tranquil graveyard, Cinderella kneels at her mother's grave, her sorrow a palpable presence. The only sound is the gentle whisper of leaves as Cinderella prepares to plant a tender hazel twig. With deliberate care, Cinderella plants the hazel twig, a symbol of hope amidst her profound grief. She gently waters the newly planted twig, nurturing the promise of life from the depths of despair. The soft rustle of leaves accompanies her silent vigil, a mournful symphony in the hallowed ground. In the heart of the graveyard, an ordinary twig begins its extraordinary transformation. It lengthens, it twists, it reaches a silent ballet of growth unfolds. Before our eyes, the twig becomes a tree, vibrant and alive. The leaves whisper in the breeze, their gentle rustling a song of life. A vision of purity arrives. A little white bird, landing gracefully, sings its sweet melody. In the desolate graveyard, an ancient tree looms, its branches clawing at the sky. Cinderella stands alone beneath the skeletal branches, a chilling wind biting at her thin dress. A gust of wind whips through the headstones, carrying with it the whispers of forgotten souls. She shivers, her breath a fleeting cloud in the frigid air. Her voice, a fragile whisper against the wind's mournful howl. "Oh, how I wish I had a warm coat." Her plea hangs in the air, unanswered, swallowed by the vast, indifferent sky. A wave of silence sweeps through the assembled crowd, anticipation hanging heavy in the air. A royal herald, cloaked in regal attire, prepares to make a momentous announcement. With a flourish, the royal herald unfurls the scroll, the king's decree about to be revealed. Sunlight bathes the ornate hall as the royal herald proclaims, "Hear ye, hear ye! By order of the king, a 3-day festival shall commence." The royal herald declares, His Royal Highness, Prince's name, will choose his bride from amongst the eligible ladies present. Amidst the flurry of preparations, the stepsisters dance with manic glee, filling the room with their wild gestures. Cinderella stands still as demands cascade around her like a relentless storm. Mountains of dresses overflow onto the chaise lounge, their colors a stark contrast to the underlying tension. The stepsisters practice their dance steps, a chaotic ballet of tripping feet and flailing arms. Nervous energy crackles in the air, a palpable buzz that underscores the frenzy of activity. Amidst the chaos, Cinderella's quiet resignation speaks volumes, a stark contrast to the stepsisters' manic glee. In the humble kitchen, Cinderella's hopeful face shines as she makes her plea. "Please, may I attend the festival?" Cinderella asks, her voice filled with longing. The stepmother observes Cinderella with a cruel smile playing on her lips. With a dismissive sneer, the stepmother retorts, "You, Cinderella, you're covered in dust." Cinderella's hopeful expression fades, replaced by a look of quiet resignation. Under the kitchen's harsh light, the stepmother's face is set, a study in cold command. She holds a bowl high, the simple lentils about to meet a cruel fate. A cascade of lentils mixes with gray ashes, a stark visual of impossible tasks. Her cold voice echoes in the kitchen. "If you can sort these out in 2 hours, you may come." The lentils and ashes sit mingled, a visual representation of cruelty and despair. Cinderella wanders through the graveyard, her presence barely breaking the solemn silence. With surprising diligence, the birds begin to sort the lentils, their tiny beaks moving tirelessly. In less than an hour, the task is neatly completed, a testament to their remarkable speed. Bathed in morning light, Cinderella presents her sorted lentils, a hopeful gesture in the heart of the kitchen. Dust motes dance in the sunbeams, an indifferent audience to Cinderella's earnest efforts. The stepmother observes the offering with a cold, dismissive glance. Her face, a canvas of disapproval, hints at the cruel decree to come. The stepmother's words shatter Cinderella's fragile hope. "No, Cinderella, you have no proper dress." Her declaration echoes through the kitchen, a stark reminder of Cinderella's impossible plight. In the vast hall, shadows dance beneath the grand chandeliers, painting a portrait of emptiness and echoing with fading sounds. Cinderella stands alone, her shoulders slumped, her face a canvas of profound disappointment. Her eyes glisten, tears begin their sorrowful descent, mirroring the silence of her heartbreak. The echoes of laughter and hurried footsteps fade into the night, leaving only the weight of her isolation. The cavernous space amplifies her solitude, each shadow a reminder of what she cannot have. Beneath the skeletal branches of an ancient tree, Cinderella arrives in the hushed graveyard, her figure silhouetted against the moonlit sky. Her whispered wish ascends into the night, a soft plea carried on the rustling leaves. A flurry of feathers signals a magical messenger descending from the gnarled branches. A gown of shimmering gold and silver cascades down, a gift from the night itself. Silk slippers flutter down like whispered promises, landing softly on the dew-kissed grass. Cinderella stares at the gown and slippers, hope blooming in her eyes. In the hushed darkness of the estate, Cinderella delicately handles the sparkling dress. Each sequin catches the light, transforming the simple fabric into a cascade of shimmering stars. A breathtaking transformation begins. Cinderella emerges, a vision of radiant beauty. The grand ballroom shimmers under the light of opulent chandeliers, dancers swirling in a mesmerizing dance. The music softens, drawing every eye toward the entrance. A collective gasp echoes as Cinderella appears, radiant in a shimmering gown. Her entrance sends ripples of awe through the assembled guests. The stepmother and stepsisters watch with faces etched with envy, failing to recognize the enchanting figure. Cinderella's arrival transforms the evening, her presence sparking a silent storm of emotions. The ballroom shimmers under the glow of crystal chandeliers, filled with swirling dancers. Amidst the revelry, the prince's gaze sweeps across the crowd, his expression reflecting boredom. Suddenly, his eyes lock onto Cinderella, her radiant beauty capturing his full attention. He is instantly captivated by her grace. A slow smile spreads across the prince's face, a silent acknowledgement of love at first sight. Unseen amidst the swirling gowns and masked faces, Cinderella begins her subtle retreat. Her departure is a whisper in the grand hall, a secret known only to the shadows that now dance with her. Cinderella disappears into the night, leaving behind the glittering facade of the ball and stepping into her destiny. Under the cloak of night, the prince treads cautiously, his gaze following Cinderella's fading figure with a mix of longing and determination. Cinderella, sensing the prince's pursuit, vanishes behind lush foliage, her escape swift and secretive. She finds refuge within the dimly lit confines of her family's humble garden shed, seeking solace and concealment. The prince pauses at the edge of the garden, his heart pounding with a desperate hope to uncover Cinderella's hidden world. The grand ballroom, now deserted, echoes with the lingering memories of a magical night. Prince Charming surveys the vast space, his face etched with desperation and confusion. He frantically searches for Cinderella, his hope diminishing with each passing moment. Cinderella remains elusive, vanished without a trace, leaving Prince Charming alone in the silent ballroom. The estate buzzes with lingering excitement, a sweet echo of yesterday's grand festival. The stepsisters, their eyes glittering with anticipation, flit about like exotic birds preparing for a dazzling display. Each adjustment is a brushstroke in their quest for perfection, a silent promise of triumph. The air crackles with their unspoken dreams, each breath a step closer to the destiny they crave. In the silence of the graveyard, Cinderella watches the last car vanish down the lane, her heart heavy with solitude. A flutter of wings breaks the silence as a bird descends, carrying with it a gown of shimmering rainbows. The magnificent gown falls into Cinderella's awaiting arms, a beacon of hope amidst the somber stones. The ballroom dazzles under the glow of chandeliers, elegantly dressed guests scattered around the dance floor, awaiting the royal couple. Prince, his anticipation building, leads Cinderella onto the dance floor, ready to share their first dance. Lost in each other's eyes, Cinderella and the prince dance gracefully, the music enveloping them in a world of their own. As the music swells, the other guests blur into a mere background, all eyes fixed on the enchanting royal couple. Under the cloak of night, she scans the surroundings with wary eyes, ensuring she remains unseen. With unexpected grace, she begins her ascent up the towering pear tree, becoming one with the shadows. Higher and higher she climbs, disappearing into a sea of verdant leaves, her movements fluid and silent. Safe within her leafy sanctuary, she peers down, her gaze sharp and focused, concealed from prying eyes. The garden below is now her stage, and she, the unseen actress, watches the unfolding drama. Prince Charming's face reflects growing desperation as he surveys the departing guests. His brow creases with confusion, a stark contrast to the joyful celebration moments before. He clutches a single glass slipper, its delicate form a painful reminder of his vanished dream. The slipper glows softly in the dim light, a symbol of fleeting magic and unanswered questions. On the third day, a gift arrives, a gown shimmering like captured sunlight, completed with slippers of pure gold. The gown shimmers, a beacon of light amidst the somber stones. The bird watches, its bright eyes reflecting the gold of the slippers. The graveyard is silent, save for the rustle of the wind, carrying the promise of transformation. The ballroom glows softly, an ocean of countless candles casting a spell of timeless elegance. A determined prince sets a trap, his silent vow echoing through the opulent halls. The palace steps become a treacherous path, coated in a thick, sticky pitch. Each drop of pitch is a promise, a vow to keep her from slipping away again. The prince watches, his eyes reflecting a mix of hope and desperation. She plunges into the dark night, her heart pounding against the fading echoes of the ball. Disaster strikes. A golden slipper snags in the mud, threatening to halt her desperate escape. Despite the setback, Cinderella's resolve hardens. She refuses to be caught, pushing forward with renewed determination. She continues her flight into the night, leaving behind the remnants of a dream and the fading strains of a waltz. Under the cloak of night, the palace steps become a stage for the prince's silent vow. Moonlight kisses the delicate golden slipper, now a beacon of hope in his determined grasp. His jaw hardens, a silent promise etched in stone as he clutches the slipper tighter. The cold stone beneath him mirrors the resolve that now courses through his veins. The morning sun bathes the grand estate as the prince arrives, a beacon of hope in his eyes. A golden slipper gleams, an emblem of destiny held aloft in the hopeful morning light. Servants and townspeople gather, their faces etched with a mixture of anticipation and breathless wonder. The prince's voice rings out, echoing with royal decree. Only the girl whose foot fits this golden slipper shall become my bride. Hopeful whispers flutter among the crowd, each heart dreaming of a perfect fit. Destiny awaits as the golden slipper holds the promise of love, loyalty, and a kingdom united. The estate awakens as sunlight streams through the windows, illuminating the opulent room. Two stepsisters, bubbling with anticipation, playfully shove each other aside, each convinced of her victory. The eldest sister seizes the delicate slipper, a glimmer of triumph in her eyes. The grand estate awakens as sunlight floods through its windows, revealing a world of luxury and hidden tension. Amidst the dust and light, a regal mother looms over her daughter, her presence both commanding and unsettling. The mother's eyes narrow, her gaze intense as she prepares to speak, her words a calculated weapon. Her voice drops to a persuasive hiss, each word carefully chosen to mold her daughter's destiny. "Force it, darling," the mother urges, her voice dripping with expectation and veiled threat. The mother's sharp whisper echoes, "You wouldn't need to walk much as a queen." Oblivious, the prince smiles, his eyes betraying nothing as he assists her, sealing their fate. Under the open sky, the road stretches far, bordered by a solitary hazel tree. Two doves suddenly appear, their calls echoing through the air. Their voices carry an ominous warning. The shoe is too tight and the true bride is still at home. The dove's pronouncement hangs heavy, a ghostly echo in the bright day. A chilling omen whispers on the wind, disrupting the otherwise tranquil scene. In the grand estate, the prince kneels before the younger sister, the delicate glass slipper held aloft. The younger sister accepts the slipper, a nervous excitement flickering across her face. A grimace of pain contorts her features as she struggles to force her heel into the unforgiving glass. The slipper resists, a visible testament to the uncomfortable fit. Doves ascend, their flight weaving a narrative of truth against the vast sky. Each beat of their wings echoes a profound revelation, as if the very air whispers secrets to those who listen. The road stretches out, a silent witness to the unfolding destiny guided by the dove's ethereal dance. In their elegant patterns, the doves etch a story of light and shadow, revealing what was once hidden. The doves, like living compasses, guide the way, their flight paths illuminating the path to undeniable truth. As they soar higher, the doves leave behind a trail of certainty, their message clear and resonant across the landscape. The prince enters the estate, his presence commanding attention. The prince turns towards the father, his face set with determination. With a direct gaze, the prince questions, "Do you have another daughter?" The father responds hesitantly, revealing, "Yes, I have Cinderella." Bathed in the soft morning light, Cinderella timidly steps into the grand estate, her presence a whisper in the opulent surroundings. She quietly approaches a small stool, her movements gentle and unassuming. With a delicate touch, she removes her worn wooden clog, revealing the anticipation in her eyes. In the grand estate, morning light streams in as the prince gazes intently at the girl. A moment of recognition dawns in his eyes, a realization of the girl's true identity. His heart stirs as he recognizes her, the enchanting girl from the ball. With unwavering certainty, the prince declares, "This is my true bride." The stepmother and stepsisters watch in stunned silence, their expressions a mix of shock and disbelief. Cinderella, with a mix of surprise and gratitude, accepts the prince's assistance as he helps her onto his horse. The prince, with a gentle smile, carefully guides Cinderella onto the horse, his eyes filled with affection. Beneath the vast sky, the prince and Cinderella embark on their journey, symbols of hope and transformation. Cinderella, radiant with newfound joy, sits gracefully behind the prince, her presence a beacon of light. The road stretches before them, a path leading to an unknown future filled with promise. Sunlight bathes the landscape, casting long shadows that dance playfully along their path. The wind whispers through the trees, carrying tales of love and adventure to distant lands. Before the majestic royal castle, a grand wedding commences, each moment shimmering with royal splendor and the promise of a new era. Amidst the celebration, the stepsisters arrive, their calculating eyes scanning the crowd, seeking favor among the elite. They weave through the guests, their smiles practiced, each gesture designed to charm and impress those who hold influence. Their attempts to ingratiate themselves are as transparent as they are desperate, their every move betraying their ambition. The castle watches on, a silent witness to the unfolding drama, its ancient stones holding secrets of past and future. Cinderella's face radiates warmth as she extends her hand in forgiveness. Her gentle heart shines, embracing those who once wronged her. She offers them a place in her new, joyful life. Cinderella and the prince stand side by side, a testament to their shared destiny. Their eyes reflect a shared destiny of eternal happiness.